Alright, what's up? Testing, 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 testing. Alright, enough foolishness. I need to end it with more foolishness. Oh boy. Alright, everybody, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Someone who's not here, who is here, supposed to be here. But I ramble a lot. No? I ramble a lot, no? Anyways, what's going on? What's going on? I am your boy. Probably one of your boys. The one, the only, Element Reptile. I don't really care anymore. No one's saying anything. Alright, let me oh, I'm just trying to fix something. Hope I'm making my image right. Because it looks like ass. Make an entire background look like ass. Oh my god. What have I done with this image? Hold up a second. Oh, what do you do with this image? Oh, what the hell? What the fuck? Anyways, okay. I've been distracted for too long. Oh my god. What's up? No, 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 no. Let me phrase this. Let me. What? That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Rather is what's up? What's up? What's up? It sounds like I just have post nut clarity. I sound like an emo with post nut clarity. It's Wednesday. Come on now. I stream what? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And I sound like I got post nut clarity. I sound like I just lost my first girl. And I never had a girlfriend. I wish I do. But anyways, it's your boy Element Reptile. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I'm your artist. I'm your graphic designer. I'm an artist. And I don't exist. I don't exist. Hope you guys enjoy this. Today is Wednesday, Hump Day, 21st, and I did not upload anything. So I will be, you know what? I'm gonna also stream myself upload it because I just sit down. I sit down and do nothing here in this bedroom. My bedroom is too comfortable. That's the problem. My bedroom is too comfortable. But skip it all off. It's already past what 7 minutes. Let's just get this over with, right? No, Christ, man. What should I draw? What should I make? What should I even imagine? Make up? I don't know. Where's my pen? Okay, there it is. What should I even do? That's the question. What should I make? What should I make? Because I have nothing in return. Then besides talking about a topic. Ah! I think I got it on my hands. No? Naoya Zenin. Yes, sir. Alright. Well, Might as well do this. Might as well do this. I got a villain. I have two. I have a villain and I have a protagonist. I have an antagonist and a protagonist. So, I know exactly what I can do. No more of that free range shit. Give me back to my regular characters. Or maybe so. Uh no, I think I know. I think I know. So, what should I'm doing? Yeah, I'll do this. Oh yeah. Man. Things I did through a whole year. Fortunate for me. As I'm doing this. Well, I do kind of feel shitty. I'll tell you that. They I did set it earlier. I got suspended. And then they made right, and just today I got a phone call from my job. Well, they terminated me. Basically, they say that when they terminate you, you have to do what you gotta do. You know, that happens. I got suspended because doing some shit. Okay, I'll tell you why. So what's that? So of course we have a lot of you've been spared quite a lot, right? But there's but only very few moments at this point on. Uh, I don't know, but my boss I had a boss who kind of secretly just looks down at me. They do I mean, they helped me and stuff. I got benefits. That's another thing. And so what happened was that apparently because I would get warnings. I lost all my warnings and due to printing like laser printers and cups, right? Because they cost a lot of money because they're different varieties of metals. I work at this international place. They call themselves international, but in reality they're not. The World Equestrian Center. They call them right, and it's basically like it's like a theme park for people that love horses. So yeah, it's a lot of old money. I'll tell you that. That's another thing. That place has old money. No joke. So um, I worked there throughout a year. I worked there yeah, I made it through an entire year with that place. Funny enough, like I would every year I would work. Like I, I would get I get work there for work, I guess. But what happened was different from this one is that um I like it's that they have a lot of, I work at a printing area at the backside. It's kind of, but because originally I was going to do graphic design. There was a graphic design department, but it's a totally of a whole other building out there. So I couldn't go. And I mean, everybody had their errors. Everybody made their mistakes. I made my errors. I made my mistakes, and I learned from it. I grew up from it. It was a full-time job, I'll tell you that. It was a full-time job. And they told me that you can't. This is a type of a profession you cannot mess up. Well, like I didn't want to argue with them. I really wanted to, honestly. I really wanted to stand up for myself, and I couldn't. This happens to me, man. This happens to me all the time. Like, there's times where, yeah, you have to sit down and accept certain things, but there is a time for me where, like, why can't I get aggressive myself? Although, why would you be aggressive in a very nice, qualified area? Why would you? Those guys, the people I worked with, was actually was once an independent owned brand. They've been working for 6 years, and they've been doing well. They've been doing very well. Well, I mean, I work fast. I be working fast as I can, but they didn't see the potential. They know I work hard. They know I work hard, but I don't work fast. I used to. I really used to. But I don't think that matters. Cause I'm happy, clap along if you feel like that. So I usually had wrongs with like I said, with like metal cups that had to be put on a laser printer. And so that laser printer, what it does is that it just you implicate what you put the in the computer, you upload it and put whatever logo you want. What? Well, that worked. So in that, I implicated it, and not to mention, I should have done it at my job too. I wish I could have printed all my shit there, but I planned and I never did execute it. Why do I don't execute my plans? Why I don't execute my plans? The things I want to do, but I just don't do it. I'm like, I got everything there. I had everything there. I had to really have everything there. But they gotta cover their asses. They gotta save their asses. The business thing. Business thing. It's a business thing. I guess they had a feeling. On top of that, it's a business thing. They can't rush it up. It's like, okay, he's done. I did cost them a few money because I'd be printing wrong logos too by accident. But I was timed. Everything comes on a time schedule. They tell me to pick up the pace, so I try to pick up the pace, and you know what happens. Oof. Bro, I keep passing gas, bro. Ain't that a bitch? You know? And I'd be really working hard. I know I'm not the brightest person. I tell them that. I told them about my condition and stuff. Don't tread me lightly, but don't look down at me when I'm doing my best. They know I do my best. They know I do my best. But there are people who will follow that person who will not like you. So I mean, as much as I wanted to find out, I happened on as well. What got me suspension was that I had to because I was there was these numbers that we printed for for the card for the card, like for the equestrians. These are like number tags for the athletes who will ride the horses. Number this, number 24, this and that, and it's easy stuff if you actually learned it because they have a big model of 2000s. This one costs like $150. It's big. It was huge. It was a 2000 printer. It was model printer, and it was huge. Boy, I printed a lot of things. Aluminum boards, what they call one's called PVCs or ACMs they call it. There's stuff materials such as corrugate, foam boards, you know, very thick ultra boards, very thick PVCs, like 6 mil. There's 3 mils and 6 mil PVCs. Although 6 mil PVCs, I call them wood boards because they're so thick and they sound like wood cracking, like twigs breaking once you're cutting them with a cutting table. But was I saying? Yeah, I did. I did my own shit. You know, I know I'm not the brightest, but you gotta have people gonna look down at you. I got people who see you as like, bro, this guy is costing us money, bro. And it's like this guy is doing this, it's costing us that. And like I know they're trying to save your ass. I know you're trying to get paid. You're trying to, cover yourself, make sure you don't lose the like time and balance of what's going on and stuff. I know that. That's why I said I hold accountable. But don't look down at me like I'm your enemy. Number one. That's why. That's what gets it. That's why I hate. Is that once I know I'm doing it wrong, please don't push it into my face. Please don't push that shit in my face. I really don't fucking like that. We never. There was no argument. It was a waste. They say, oh, it's a waste of time. You should failure to pay attention, all that stuff. Like, I'm multitasking, right? I mean, inevitably you're gonna make mistakes, but you can't make mistakes. You can't make mistakes. Tell me that I was probably like the only Latino there working at the print shop. Like, there's another department in the same room like us. It was more like embroidery and knitting, clothes, right? It was same print place, but you're embroidering and stuff for WEC for the company. That it's a big company. I'll tell you that it's a big company, but only for what? They say it's international, but it stretches only from like throughout the North Americas, basically. And then yeah, I mean, I never said anything. I just accept what they do, what they say. I accept what they say, basically. You know, they did their plan right. I know I had a feeling that one of my other coworkers that left also thought the same way. Like, yo, like this bitch does not abide to me. Like, I'm willing to help, right? I'm willing to help, but damn, bro, like, what's the attitude? I think everybody knew. I think we all. I think me, my him and I kind of felt that way with one manager, but she was seldom about it. Yet again, she was a boss. They pull your card. That's another thing that they did. She was tending to pull cards, and I didn't know. But you know, I had benefits. You know, smart as you'd think and stuff. Well, fuck them. Although I'm getting, although I have been rewarded, so. All right, well, back to this. You know, I got fired, man. Ah, what the hell? At least I made it through a year. I made good money. Here to save that money. Mom get and promise myself that when I find a job, and not just that, I'm getting unemployment benefits anyways. I got like a month remaining benefits. So you know, I think I'm pretty set. There's some that don't have that benefits, and that's pretty conflicting. Oh, enough with that kind of talk. We're here for something else. I'm here to draw Naoya. I'm drawing a meme, anyways. I'm drawing a good meme, but instead it's with a. I'm gonna use my villains, my characters. Oh no. Mm, you have a ripped out nose. I see you having a way. No, yeah. Man, I had to go. I had to do this. And whenever I have I have to rush and hurry up, it has to do this to me. Okay. Yes, I did see. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. It's kind of like this. Kind of like this. I don't. He doesn't have eyebrows. No eyebrows, please. No eyebrows, please. Let's have them. This. He's got the devil horns. Small little horns. Lonely. Just trying to draw this thing right here. Ooh, I forgot to tell you. I am gonna. Only there's only 2 episodes in, but I did watch the first episode of Shiba Yugi. Or I did. Oh no, I did said it before about Shiba Yugi anime. Well, I'm gonna bring it out anyways. Shiba Yugi anime. Look, the real reason, like, the reason why it was pretty fire. It was pretty fire. It was the most artistically creative, the most aesthetically beautiful animation piece of anime I've ever seen to this date. The one anime that kind of almost reached that kind of is similar to that would be Mononoke, from my point of view. Although I did know, I am very, very, very well aware about when it comes to anime on such a unique art styles. Um, I'm very aware with the Monogatari series, which is very well appreciated. It's very well known. It's a known franchise, basically. The Monogatari franchise, not a series, it's a franchise. Not a series. The Monogatari series is not a series of its own. It's an entire franchise. It's a franchise that not many people know. It's very Japanese based. It's very bordered within Japan. It's very bordered within Japan. It's hard to say this. It's a region locked. Uh, yeah, it's a region locked anime, like franchise. Fate, no. Oh yeah, that one too. I had to see too. I saw the first episode of the Strange Fake. It it's fire. It's wild. It's fire. It is fire. And then see somewhat a season 2 of Fate. No, I did continue that one too. Hey man, the antagonist, Francesca Palati. Oh yeah, just a minute. Keep in mind, I did see that the character. I did saw that one. I think I'm drawing her for this one coming up on February. So that's her. She's waifu and she's petite. So I go feral. I go feral. Even though she is a cruel, vile bitch from an antagonist. Basically, she's an antagonist. So that's all one hand despite about that. Listen, I go feral. No one stopped me. I cannot be contained. I cannot be contained, sir. I cannot be contained. You'll hold me down. Somebody needs to hold me down before I unleash a crime scene. Uh, there you go. Cause this ink is always there. Its ink is always there. And then kind of has a really big goatee. Black Shadow. Oh man, I remember. Who remembers seeing like back in the 2000s or the 2010s? A bunch of criminal Puerto Ricans used to have this giant goatee in high school. This is not. Wasn't in his final form. It's not a T-shirt. I know for sure that wasn't. This is not his T-shirt. He died. You died. You, sir, died. Mutilated in that sort of clothing, ripped clothing. You were mutilated, not by but not by the protagonist of the story of the world of Element, but another villain who's more tragic. So, well, either ways, yeah. If you, man, I guess that's done for the. I'm done for my job. Well, it's time to move on. That happens. I wish I could stand up for myself even more. That's what you get when you're being too gifted. You're beloved. And they're not knowing that people are looking down at you. I hate that shit. And it's a business decision as well. It's also a business decision out there. Well, that part you can't blame. That part you cannot blame yourself at. You know. But that doesn't matter now. The gate. I still have my last remaining benefits, so I gotta use them. My benefits are being counted too, so that I gotta use it frequently now before they take it out. I gotta get that dentist appointment. I got to make an appointment, a dentist appointment, before they take it out. Like what time do I have until the 31st? Oh yeah, I can have Monday my eye exam. Definitely. Oh yes, before they take it out, and then they. Of course, I'll figure out what to do. Oh no, I have unemployment benefits. I can register for unemployment insurance. Well, fuck it. Anyways, what matters is this: is that I got my favorite character is getting clapped from by one of his enemies, by villains actually. He's not the leader of anybody. How does it work? No. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so something like this. Something my Montrals. The Montrals. I say the Montrals. Ah, my God, I sound so boring. Am I sounding so boring? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm definitely sorry if I sound too corny and boring. I'm sorry if I sound too corny and boring. Because right now I'm making some things. I have videos to react to or things to discuss about. Oh yeah, not to mention, uh, the guy. I think if you guys saw that new video from her, I want to react to this new episode that Awari uploaded. It's another Jurassic Park analog horror. I'm actually pretty hooked. I'm actually pretty hooked on a Jurassic Park analog horror. To be real with you, like I never like it's a fan made episode. But this guy is making bangers after bangers of analog horror on Jurassic Park. It's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. I think he could take because I know in the very first the most recent one that I saw on the analog horror of Jurassic Park uh is Dilophosaurus, right? He made a video of Dilophosaurus, and that one he worked well. Like he worked pretty well. Oh, and he also left out a cliffhanger. He left out an absolute cliffhanger, a continuation of what happened with a raptor. I think was caught swimming with the Dilophosaurus. Okay, this one right here. Now, now this looks too villainous. The Montrals are too big. Oh, shit. Aside from that, aside from that as well, the whole geeky shit. I recently been watching more on iShow Speeds, kind of a tour in Africa. He's been breaking a lot of bear. He single handedly is the one YouTuber who can destroy all kinds of brainwashing. I've been known that Africa is not a country of huts and fucking lions running around, bro. It's not like Octabenga, it looks like you're going to Tarzan. Everything's just wildlife. That's not the case, bro. I've been known Africa. I never go to Africa. I look at videos in Africa. I saw the most corniest to the most amazing videos that came out of Africa, bro. So if you have not seen the car spinnings, yo, they is so reckless. I love it. It was so reckless, but I love it. It's so reckless, but I love it. The and that was like what that video when they did the spinning was roughly in the pandemic. That was roughly from the pandemic. On God, no joke. 20 right in the at the down almost at the end of the pandemic, 2021. And we are in 2026. We are 5 years back. Isn't that insane? Isn't that insane? They do some reckless shit out there, man. Let's see what they do some reckless shit. The hair flick. The hair flick meme. I was trying to get something nice better. Alright, let me see something good. Just like that. Wait, do they someone did that in real life? Nah, they did not. Okay, let me see. No, one here. And it's there. JJK's taking over the internet. Of course JJK's taking over. Jujutsu Kaisen is the most Jujutsu Kaisen is basically pop culture now. It's not even the peak of anime. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. It's like that's like saying, you know, like Star Wars is the peak of sci-fi, and it's not. It's just a known part of sci-fi. But I'd be a tourist. I'd be a serious tourist if I think if I only think Star Wars is all science fiction. That is not the case. That is not the case, sir. It is not the case. Star Wars is not science, just a whole genre of science fiction. No. But there are people that are there that are that. If I think that way, you should call me a tourist, just like anime characters, bro. If I only just shonen characters, which I do, but not because but only because I started anime in the pandemic, then you call me a tourist, because I've been watching anime way before the pandemic, way before the pandemic. I watched Michiko and Hashkin. I've watched crossover animes. I've watched all that stuff. I watch all that shit. See, this works. All right. Now this is, you know my style. You know my style. And then boom. All right. That's one hand. So that's just the first part of things. Uh, so now, oh my God! But like I said, yeah, I'm a tourist on that. Besides, what was I going back again? Yeah, I was talking about IShowSpeed, right? Yeah, I was talking about IShowSpeed's um stream. One of his streams, he was talking about he was in fuck he was in Morocco watching the game. IShowSpeed was in Morocco watching a game, and that was and well, aside from the fact, putting up all the other fact that when he was in Algeria, bro, like he traveled around the world. He traveled around the world. I think a lot of people were talking about IShowSpeed's stream was that he actually felt way more welcome in Africa than the rest of the world. Well, I say America Latina, we were welcoming the hell out of him. We were welcoming the fuck out of him. It was Eastern Europe, on the other hand. No, that didn't feel right. Although it's just culture. That's the thing. It's just the difference of culture and this mishap understandings. We all shit on China because of being all too, socialist and this and that. Until we saw China, the world saw China, and they're like, yo, they're living in what 2055. Well, that's not the case. They're just living in the present. We're far behind. And I think what everybody should be appreciated about is that ISO Speed was able to show the entirety of the United States. He showed the entirety of the United States, motherfucker. There are many different. There's literally countries within this country. That's bonkers, right? That is bonkers. That make me actually say, you know what? I don't regret getting fired. But no, like aside to that, I'm losing track here. I'm losing track. But like he said, like he willing to go to many different places. He doesn't know. He's only what 21 years old. He's literally a kid. He's literally a jit. Like ISO Speed is literally a kid. He's just turned 21 in Nigeria. Like, ain't that a trip, yo? A young kid that started in YouTube getting super canceled, but I knew he would make it. I had a feeling he would kind of make it because if you get hated for that long and you get canceled for that long and you still keep going because you only know what you could do and you make your character out of it and you were getting a ton of a ton of things, at this point out, why getting canceled really scares me. You should say the same thing to Rakai. Rakai is another jit out there that has gotten canceled. He was never going to stream on Twitch anymore, and then they came back giving him live stream twitching again. Shit. I'm here on YouTube because I only know YouTube and no one knows who I am now. Epa. No? And then there's Kai Cenat, who, let's all respect his decision, yo. Everyone's has a new path to go. Everyone's got a new path to go. But when he said he quits, alright, so did I add? What was it? Did I add? No, I didn't. Okay, he's a demon, so that's good. That's good to know. But we Gucci man, we Gucci man. We Gucci. We Gucci man. We are Gucci man. No, for sure you gotta do this and this, and then. Okay, you got that. Oh, you have the other spice right here. Yeah, you turn into some sort of mutant, but you're actually just reincarnated as a ghoul, but a different kind of ghoul, not the ghoul of like Fallout, which I watched. I watched it. Did I have a mark? I did have. He has a mark. He has a mark. Alright. Oh, shit. What he also had? He's ripped to shreds. He's ripped to shreds, yes. And then you see the esophagus kind of showing. Yeah, he was completely mutilated. Completely mutilated. Well, anyways, well, like I lost track here. Yeah, so he was that. He was that kind of character. He was that kind of character. He was that kind of guy. And to have him, ah, and to have him, go through all that stuff. You know, he went what many countries around the world, basically. He went to many countries around the world, and now he's in Africa. He never he felt seemed more welcome. I guess when he is in his culture, it's just culture that's the problem. After we went that, but it's what mattered. What happened the most, I think, what did the most um was when he was in South Africa. Like South Africa was something. Like they opened the view on that. Although what he also did it was exposed all of North Africa, which happened tonight last night was the finals of AFCON between Senegal and Morocco. That one, yeah, that one that was some shit. So that one, so what happened was that we talked about that was uh he exposed some shit. Like Algeria, he was harassed in Algeria because people were saying calling him all kinds of slurs and shit. And even though he was greeted as well, but it was the football games. It's the football games that happened. It was soccer games. Soccer game wise, yeah, no, that shit was fuck. What am I saying? Because I got music here playing. Oh, let me say this clearly. Okay, at least I'm gonna have to make something very, 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 very lividly. God damn it! I don't write my shit, so shut up. It's like this shit right here with ISO speed. Speed was wild. He went to like he was well greeted all over in like in Nigeria, in Angola. He went to the with Castro, the car spinner, Sam, but he didn't even see King Castro, bro. King Castro is wild. He should have met King Castro, bro. Should have met King Castro. But he did his speed while he was in the Sahara. He was in Algeria. But people say three, all that stuff. Thing here. A lot of kids looking up to him. And everyone's just sharing the culture. And eating food as well. They're all eating food and everything good. But it was soccer that went down. But that didn't matter. That didn't matter. That did not matter. Look at that. People are throwing bottles at him and stuff. Yeah, people throwing bottles at him and shit. Then they say, oh no, they like you, they're ultras. Like, no, the fuck? No, we all know that. Especially with the broken noses, with the Egyptian broken noses. Like that one too, that also opened up that like, literally was he exposed them all. Like the stream, we didn't even it's not like he asked about the like, oh well, why is it this way? No, he simply asked why are all noses are broken. and everybody knows the answer to that. It's because the Egyptian peoples were black. But it's back to Senegal, and the match between Senegal and he was in, and not to mention ISO Speed was in the finals of AFCON, but basically it's the FIFA finals of Africa, and there was such shit that happened, such shit that happened, you know, yeah, like thank God that they had a good that Senegal won. Everybody was cheering about Senegal. Ever since they opened up that penalty. That's another thing. They did a penalty. There's some wild penalty shit. Look at that. They did a goal, but it was offside. But this one, that was the final result. That was the final result after getting such cheated, and like a lot of shit went down. You got a lot of shit went down of how they acted. Hmm. Let me keep there. Keep. You stay. You stay. You stay. You stay. You stay, sir. You stay. Sir! Whoa! No! 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 Not sir! Oh, no, no. Not sir. Hell no. Not sir. That is that is a goddess. Just one. Uh. Like I would slap it within the mouth. No. Maybe no. Maybe I can. Give it a holes because he's demon, bro. He's demon. No soul, no nothing. All right. Then this one here. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Hold on a second. See how my music's working. Yep, everything's good. Nothing wrong here. Just trying to get this thing over. Besides, I'm here. What? Keep in mind, I lost my train of thought. I have nothing to say. Let's see. Huh? All right. Let's see how this works. Element. I got too many frames. My God, so many frames. That's what it is to be an artist? Ugh. Then Kind of like that. And then here. Here. Oh yeah. Then I draw. I'm just trying to work on this. Now I can take my time, since what my job over there is done now. Yeah, I do that. Just trying to. Come on. And then it's kind of like a turn. Okay, so then all this is going to have to be like that. And then he has a complete earring. And then completely black mouth. Alright, so then I think that's the trip I'm doing a meme. What did I make? What did I make? Oh shit. I'm a pimp named called Slick Back Pimp name. You are my shyness boy. Oh. I'll be right back. Hold on a second. Hey guys. I'll be right back, guys. Hang on a second. Bathroom break. Alright. I'm back. So I had to take a shit just to kind of get my mind up. I was so lost in thought. I was concentrating solely on this. I have fall. My brain kicked in. That's that. My brain kicked in. So, what was I even saying? What was I even talking about? That's right. What was I even talking about? Yeah. I show speed. Right? Morocco and Senegal. Alright. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me rephrase everything I said because I was so pretty lost on the drawing. Because I don't want to, as I'm trying to speak, I'm trying to multitask, and it didn't work out well. Let me just rephrase what we're talking about, okay? My title said, look, I'm done with my job. They terminate me. That's okay. It's my first time. Does it feel like shit? Yes. Secondly, what's getting to my attention is the shit that went down with Senegal and Morocco. Now that is the topic that we're talking about. What happened? And why is it revolved around I Show Speed? It's because I Show Speed was in Morocco. I Show Speed was in Morocco. Now, as I Show Speed was in Morocco, lots of shit happened over there. Lots of shit happened. And he was in his tour. Before that, he was attacked by Algeria. Is that in short, right? In the game, there was literally a fake injury that caused a line of penalty kick for Morocco by a Moroccan player. Senegal on their hand, they were doing amazing, but there were so many laws and restrictions trying to get them to lose. Somebody was paying them to lose. Morocco was quite known to be very corrupt in sports. Nobody likes Morocco. Every football game is rigged. But they were rigging it so publicly that they had no idea what they brought upon themselves. They think they were slick, but we all knew they were being rigged. And we all knew they were rigging them from the start. That's what's happening. Damn it. I'm so lost. There, I said it. Alright? There, I said it. That's what's happening. Because I didn't talk about it because I was so fixated on my drawings. But I guess no one's going to look at it. Unless God decide to say, oh, bet? I'm going to say, yeah. I'm going to say, like, no one's going to see it right now because I've been so fixated on my damn drawings. And I did. But I'm going to repeat this the fourth time. I'm going to repeat this whole thing again. Okay? From the start, we see a fine ass of an Arab, of a Moroccan. Alright? I could take her to Casablanca and tap that. I'll go emo. I will suck her pussy dry like it's Emotep from The Mummy All right, that's what's gonna happen. But the a lot of shit went down between Senegal and Morocco. Like, I think it was that penalty kick. There was that, yeah, this penalty kick. What's funny is that since they one did a fake penalty kick, and they were trying so hard to kind of like get them. Literally, they were trying to be so slick to win the game by putting so much regulation. Not just that. Keep in mind, every staff in the game, and right, it's all Moroccan based. This was set in Morocco's hometown, so therefore the referee is Morocco. But what happened is that the commentators were solely praising Morocco too, which is weird. Why are they praising Morocco if Senegal already won? Huh? Well, maybe that's because they were bribed or some sort. You know how it is over there. You know how it is. So he did. So they got the fake penalty in the middle of the game. The penalty shot they did is you believe it or not. I'm gonna have to make a video of this. I'm gonna have to make a whole video of this. But what happened was this. They all made this well. They all want to make this nice and queasy and teasy, right? Only for this to happen. Motherfucker chipped it. I Show Speed was. It's funny because I Show Speed was there. That's another thing. You know, I Show Speed was when he visited Morocco. He also reacted the same way. What happened here? Oh, it's not available. Like, give Diaz a medal too. Yeah, Ibrahim Diaz. That's his name. Ibrahim Diaz. He literally chipped the shot. He chipped his kick to the main goal that was already rigged and planned for Turkey. Wait, for Morocco. Ain't that some shit, right? Ain't that some shit? And he chipped it. And we all knew. And they were talking. They were all talking. They were having talks like, yo, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. He could not fuck up that part so bad. Bayern Valencia. However, wait, let me see this guy. Oh, that's one of the Senegalese players. Nigga doing stupid ass dancing. Uppercut. But man, the amount of behavior that's happening over that game, it's all hell broke loose. Like, everybody's celebrating after that win. Not just that, and not just Senegal, also literally these supporters too. This is outside of Morocco. This is literally one of those North African, literally a North African country Tunisia and Algeria. They do not like those. They did not like Morocco's way of playing, and they sorely loved him. Another part is too. Yeah, that's right there. I shall speak. He was in Morocco watching the Senegalese game. Watch the Senegal versus Morocco. Right, bro. Another part is to me is how did you chip it? Right here. I had to really find a lot of. I really had to find it myself. Well, in the end. So, I guess I want to. No. Ah! Stop being distracted. Okay, I'm being distracted. That's why. I'm getting distracted with this bitch. That's why. And the music's pretty vibey too. Sorry, the music was pretty vibey. So this is what happened, right? He did the shot. They did the goal. That's the last goal. That's the last goal they did. But the penalty, but the whole penalty kicking thing, yeah, everybody was quitting. Everybody's raging. But it was in the middle of the game, and this kind of behavior happened, man. Bro, and one of the players, like, they were stealing towels, literally tossing their like Senegalese towels out of the stadium, like literally. And the ball boys are trying to stop him, trying to stop that one guy who's trying to give him it back. Like, this kind of attitude is like insane. Oh shit. But like boy, he's just trying to do his best with his stuff, right? He's like, bring it back and stuff. Like, yo, like, no. It's all over on TikTok. This shit was all over on TikTok. Like, Morocco got mad. All Morocco got mad. Like, they're cooking. Yo, for real. Chris is gonna milk Elon's money on with Morocco. There's so much shit that went down. But this one, nah. Look, Mendy actually respect. Like the goalkeeper, Nawali, that asked to hold Mendy. Dude, no, like after Morocco players threw away Mendy's towel, same thing they did to Nawabli, Senegal's reserve goalkeeper. Yvan Diouf was tasked to hold the towel for Mendy, and dude held it like his life depended on it. 4 or 5 Moroccan ball boys tried to drag it from him, but he fought, he held tight, swindled, and made sure to always give it to Mendy when he needed it. But in the end, he got his winner's medal. But how will CAF media will allow this awful behavior from Morocco? How is this in the FIFA World Cup? Yeah, like it ain't gonna trip. There's such shit that went down. Even a girl is in there too. Like who gets who finally gets rowdy on that on the towels, bro? Like yo, stop throwing my towels, yo. Ah shit. Oh boy. Ah, fuck it. Okay. Man, I don't have nothing to say. I'm supposed to make this video, am I? Yo! Am I bored? Oh my god. I swear, if I don't talk about this, I'm gonna end this stream for not talking about this. I'm supposed to talk about this thing. I'm supposed to talk about this thing. I was just so fixated on goddamn drawing. I was doing so well, man. But this is what happens when you're an artist. You're trying to you're super locked in. You're like, ugh. I'm so locked in. It's what happens when you're so locked in, man. You're trying to like, dog, bro, I'm fucking locked in. Like you said, I'm there like locked in, right? I'm trying to talk. La 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 la. Like that, bro. Damn. Oof. Christ. I'm farting like a mug, bro. I have to draw here. But Morocco. I ain't gonna front like these niggas kind of like these motherfuckers. Would if they act like this, they're trying to deserve it, man. They kind of deserve it. But everybody's partying, not on us. I'm gonna make the thing. One second, I gotta edit this video. Christ, man. But okay, into my words, yeah, these motherfuckers they kind of deserved it. Like on God, these motherfuckers kind of like deserved it for for doing that cheating shit on Morocco. It was funny as hell. It was funny as hell. Ibrahim Diaz making that chip, and they smiling right now. Everybody's partying, and another part to put more like injury salt on the injury, I guess, was that after the loss of the finals, because IShowSpeed was there, and they were supposed to do like an entire like a after party. That shit was scrapped. He went straight to Senegal after that. Ah! He could have been meeting with the people. I don't know why he didn't go meet with the team players. He's a superstar. He's an internet superstar. Isn't he? I mean, I would have been. I would not know, but he was. But they were out there. Oh my God, this one. Wait, what's this one about? Let me see this one. The moments. Oh my. Even like I said too. This was Saudi Arabian. This was the Saudis, bro. Fucking Saudis. Saudi Arabians are also in this shit, and they all hate it. Like he missed it. That's right. He chipped it. And it's our fellow Arabs. Fellow Arabs. They all hate Morocco. They all hate Morocco. Ain't that some shit? They all hate that shit. It's funny as shit. They all hate it. Everyone over there, even your fellow Arabs. Ain't that some funny ass shit? Your fellow Arabs are turning against you over that Morocco. That's how you know how bad Morocco has been. If you got your own Arab nations who hate Africans and turning against you in football. Look at the reaction. Look at the reaction. That's in Saudi Arabia, yo. They are all looking up to Senegal for this. They are all looking like that's what you get. That's what you get. Cause this shit, cause seeing behavior like this, oh my god, like that's one of the Menby. It had someone had to hold Menby, right? But this guy Mahfoud or something, or Hakimi was literally throwing the towel outside, and they had to confront them. That shit, and it gets even more outrageous. It gets way more outrageous with the referees. Keep in mind, remember that the referees are trying to support are literally on side with Morocco because they had to. They're in the home country of Morocco, and look at this kind of behavior right here. He has to share the towel. Well, all that for Morocco, for Senegal to fucking get the medal they needed. Yeah, they tried to stop him. They tried to stop Senegal, bro. At all cost. They tried to stop Senegal at all cost. And they couldn't. Jesus. It's funny as shit. It is funny as shit. I mean, this is... Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to make a whole video out of this. Basically. Almost that way. Fucking giving him the whip, dog. They giving them the whip. My friend, you got me the whip, bro. They gave him, like, Senegal literally did a reverse Kunta Kinte on them. They gave him the reverse slavery. That's how it went down. But even here, that's the watch party over there. I think that's in Morocco. I would wonder. No, that's in Spain. There you go. I think that's in Mauritania. But everybody's celebrating. Everybody. They all wanted it. They all wanted him gone, bro. That's the funny part. And even, I think I Show Speed was there too. Hold on. I Show Speed. Ah, Christ. I Show Speed. Calculations. I'm terrible at math, yo. Yeah, he was there. Yeah, he was here. He was there. And he was with yeah, that I saw on the live stream during his time with Morocco in the games. He's deaf. About sports, yeah. 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 He loves speed and he's blind. That's pretty wholesome. It's pretty wholesome. It's pretty wholesome. And he made his dream come true. He made his dream come true. And that's the funny shit. They introduced him all kinds of culture. So I'm pretty sure that what they did in the games of Senegal was basically because ISO Speed was around. That's kind of like my feeling. That was kind of my feeling. They needed to do all this crazy ass cheating just because ISO Speed was there and they wanted to impress ISO Speed. And they were ready for an after party. And they were literally well prepared for an actual after party live stream. And ISO Speed was doing his best, showing the wonderful culture of Morocco, despite the whole attitude that they acted towards each other. I mean, he tried his best with showing the whole culture and a vibe check in Egypt, despite all that, despite the restrictions and despite the fact that Egypt was really not that friendly towards Speed, especially with like gaslighting him with the whole Pharaoh thing. Like we all knew what the shit with the Pharaohs, why they tried to chop off the nose, but that didn't matter shit. He was there. 300. Yeah, he reached. He had 300,000 subs on there. Straight W's, like legit straight W's in the chat. They say. W's, bro. That he gets more and more streams every day, trying to outbeat Mr. Beast. I think he's gonna outconquer Mr. Beast. Don't tell me that's 21 Savage, right? My boy 21 Savage, look at the fucking cross out there. He's got M's in his bank account. For real, dog. And he dressed up in the mascot too. So he did a good representation. He was in a lion costume and all that shit. He knows how to make an entrance. I'll tell you that. Yeah, but he doesn't know how to make an entrance. That's his agency. His agency. He has an agency. And boom, he does a flip. Black people be the most athletic ass motherfuckers out there. Black people be the most athletic ass motherfuckers. Absolute flip, as always. He doing many black flips. He felt more home over there. And then this was happening in Algeria. Bro, who shoots in the front of his ear, bro? He's got some shit. I don't know how the horse is freaking out. Is not freaked out. That one, I can tell. I mean, it's not okay. Reality check. It's not that. It wasn't that blasted. It wasn't blasted to his ear. Oh yeah, it actually did. It actually did. But they did it in a way that he was not welcome. They say everybody was saying they did it in a way he was not welcome. I don't think he was well welcomed. No, he was not welcomed in Algeria. That's what's tough. Everyone was saying all kinds of N words and all that shit. But I think he was well welcomed in Morocco. For as a North African country, he was more welcome in Morocco. That I can tell. He was more welcome in Morocco. But even so, that doesn't change the fact that that does not change the fact that he chipped it, that everyone around the world saw Ibrahim just chipping it, like fucking up whole rigged, the whole rig. Even Speed was shocked. Who chips it, bro? Who chips it? He absolutely chipped it. Even Speed was spellbound. Fuck it. He was. He got. They got what they got. They got what they got. Okay. See. What else then? Ah, man. But okay, let's see. I'm just trying to get this new layer up right now. Alright, so it's just gonna get to this way here. Okay, I don't want to make a video, bro. Let's do it. Let's make a video. I want to talk about it more. Oh. I want to talk more about it. It just doesn't let. I just don't feel like. I don't know why I'm not. I'm not explaining more to it. Maybe the music is not letting me. Oh my god. Ah. He's hyper as hell, bro. I think he's more ADHD me, bro. I wish I had more my ADHD back like this. I need that energy back, man. I need this energy back. He's more. And this is his birthday too. What's he trying food? Nigeria. He enjoying it, boy. He enjoying it. He enjoying his life. Also, on the other hand, like as he was in Nigeria, I don't know if anybody's raging more about it. No one's talking about it, actually. Maybe I'm tripping. Face coloring up the ass. And even baddies out there too. He's just streaming his shit. What other countries he went to? So here's another Jew. He's going to Rwanda. He went to Rwanda. He went to Morocco. He's got to go to Ghana then. Boy, go to Eswatini. The Ivory. He went to Kenya. Zimbabwe. Nah. Zambia. He has got to go. Mozambique. Botswana. Benin. Ethiopia. He went to. But just trying to bring the recap of that stuff. But the shit went down there. Oh my god, it's out of control. They try to stop this dude, and not only stop this dude, we also had fans getting attacked too. This shit was wild. Everyone is hanging on their own. It was a whole war out there. It was a whole war out there. That's why everyone's cheering for Senegal. It was a whole fucking war out there. Like, on God, like, I've never seen this kind of stuff, insanity happen. As they're trying to rig, as they're doing it. And then, this one. People were saying this video was, like, people were saying that this video apparently was that that a bunch of as Morocco lost, that they were like making monkey noises over against the people of Senegal. Now I think many people were believing that shit was pretty racist at that point. No, I think personally they were trolling the shit out of Morocco for acting like monkeys. They the savage apes. They were calling them all kinds of fucking like all kinds of racist shit, and they kept it going. Especially with the Arab shit. They can't even handle the game right. I don't think, yeah, but this one, I don't think so. This guy, like, this guy right here, like, look. No. Hey, you get the banana. Basically, they're calling the Moroccans out. But there was many things that happened out there. There was many things. This shit right here, especially with the fans. The fans, oh no, the fan brawl, the huge brawl out there, no. The security guards were literally, without a doubt, are attacking them. They did it first, because in the protest, because at the middle of the penalty call of this like unknowable, like unfair penalty, everybody was protesting, including the Senegalese. They literally were telling the whole game, like, yo, I'm leaving this game if you're gonna act like this, and this is gonna happen, and this should happen too in the middle of it. Fans were pissed about it, rightfully, because it was an uncalled penalty, and they're getting beaten. But that still doesn't stop them. Like look at that shit. Look at that shit. All right, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Ain't that some shit right there? Like, oh my god. And it keeps going more, 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 more. And more keeps going. I didn't have some more in the bookmarks. In my yeah, here too. This happened. Even in there too. They're all battling it out. Everyone's battling it out. Okay. Okay, guys. I want to be okay. Perhaps I have not done a real proper talk about what's what I wanted to talk about because I'm pretty busy because I was pretty into the whole drawing this whole trend thing I'm doing. I'm doing two things at the same time. I don't even have the notes cut off from this because I was just busy drawing on this one. Honestly, I was pretty busy drawing on this one. I really wasn't even focusing on it, and I don't want to, and that's why I lost all talk about it. At that part, I apologize. I definitely apologize on that part, and that is upon me, and that. So, you know what? Let's fuck this. You know what? Fuck this. Let's make a proper video. Let me let us all come around and sing. Let's all come around in the campfire and sing our campfire song. That's what we're going to sing. We're going to sing our good campfire song by lowering down the video. And I'm going to start recording a video. Why? Because that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do in wish and favor of what is happening among ourselves. Right? So let's make a video. I want to make a video, and because I really didn't do it great. I really didn't do this. I wanted to talk to the stream well, talk to the stream right, and it just completely fumbled at it, and wholeheartedly. I completely fumbled this whole stream for like wholeheartedly on like I'm not on the sense of drawing, but in the sense of talking and dialogue. Just keep continuing talking to you guys and with nothing in return, honestly, and nothing in return. I literally had 7 people watching, and I just stopped and I concentrated because I was just fumbling my whole language. So you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to speak about this because I fumbled this whole stream right now. Let me just make a proper video and let's do this. All right? Let me make a proper video about this. Let me make this good stream quite well. So I'm sorry that I wasn't talking too much about the whole Morocco thing. Let's make it let's do it pretty profoundly. Let's make it pretty much good and profoundly from the start to the finish as it should be. Let me do it, right? Let's redo this whole thing. 1, 2, 3. As your boy Element Reptile, right? Welcome. I want to talk about this whole recap. It's recorded live right now. About that shit went down in Morocco. Now, y'all know, I got suspended from my job. That's for one thing. Number one, man, I'm still waiting for what they're gonna tell me. And if they say I'm staying there, I'm staying there, or they fire me, they fire me. I mean, I feel pretty shitty on that one. However, that's one. Number two, that's Senegal, Morocco, yo. Senegal, Morocco. What happened in Senegal, Morocco? Oh shit. I had no idea such events went down there with Senegal, Morocco. But I could tell that they've been getting that. They gave Morocco, Senegal handed Morocco la chancleta, you know, because I don't know how, like first things first, I'm not a fan of sports. I don't do sports. I don't pay attention to sports whatsoever. You know, I don't pay attention to sports whatsoever, right?
The managers
and what the last shows I probably watch in sports is usually Ecuador or Miami, and that's just it. But everything else, not really. The reason why I'm talking about this is because it was a big game. It was a big thing that happened. It was regarding with ISO speed as well. If y'all know about what happened with Senegal before this, the whole battle that began in the games and everywhere around the world about Senegal and Morocco was that ISO Speed was in his tour. He was running all over, right? ISO Speed was in his tour. He was running all over and touring all of Africa. And man, tourism is like the entire influence and breaking all propaganda. This boy is literally breaking all kinds of like misinformation about Africa. I've watched a lot of videos about the cities in Africa, like Cape Town and like other towns like in Rwanda. Oh man, bro, he gotta go to Rwanda, bro. I want ISO Speed to go to Rwanda. Rwanda is actually pretty dope. Now, Rwanda is actually pretty dope, bro. The moment he goes to Rwanda, he's got that whole fucking Hutu Tutsi bullshit is gonna go off. It's gonna be brushed off. It is gonna be so refreshing. And he goes to Ghana. We all know Ghana is, right. Ghana's never had a conflict in their days, but everybody's believing that, and that's what everybody's believing in, right? Now, back to what's happening. So, about that, I always want to. My bad about that, but that's my music video. Yeah, I play SoundCloud. So what? Come at me. Anyways, he was in the tour right now. He was in the tour.
Got the W. But in all generalness,
he did that part. I think he was visiting it, and everybody was making the goal. Look,
does Morocco win the AFC Cup final?
This part right here. So in the middle of the game, right? We all know that Morocco, it was trying to, they would do everything in the championship to end all that bullshit, right? To literally win against Senegal, and everyone in the media, everyone was pretty suspicious about what's going on in Morocco. You had commentators praising only Morocco, right? You had the referee. Almost every guard, everybody, because he was in Morocco. It was a Morocco home base. Again, right? I don't know. I don't do sports, but they got extremely got penalties, right? They had many. They done many ways to play dirty. The game they were playing mean dirty tricks. I mean, look right here. Now, for example, that one, that's the end, right? I think didn't they have the
face Sadio Mane, but he inspires an attack.
One, right here, the first one, everybody knows.
Senegal thrust forward. Pop Gay!
That was the first goal, right? That was their first goal.
Sensational! Stellar! Supreme Senegal! Maybe in extra time they've reduced the moment. And it's Pop Gay with his third of the tournament. Senegal.
Right? They had that game. No, they had this game. I think this one. This one. This one. Actually, this one. Is this one. This first goal right here. This goal right here. Right? That was their first goal. And they called it offside. It was never offside. You can tell by the box. You can tell by the box. That goal was never offside. And they call it offside. They absolutely called it shit offside. And it was never offside. They absolutely called this thing offside, but then it was never offside. Look at that. Let's replay that part. Right there by the box. Perfect. And they called it offside. His job. That was his job. That was his job. And they got required penalties. And they got penalties. And the guy who did it with Ibrahim Diaz, man. Hilarious enough. These people are willing to do contraband. They were willing to do bribery and contraband on that shit. Like, they were willing to do fucking contraband on this shit. And hilarious enough,
Underway
in this penalty kick, in their penalty,
again.
Brahim Diaz for Morocco
Diaz to give Morocco.
Did the most softest chipping ass kick for MB. For fucking MB, the goalkeeper of Senegal. This shit was so hilarious.
To give Morocco the lead.
They would plan everything only for Diaz to miss. Only Diaz to miss. This right here even shocked ISO Speed. With that, bro.
Oh, Senegal. Senegal. Yo. What?
Right here. Oh, no, where does he chip? Where's the chip? Right here.
What? Black cat. You know black cat.
Where's the chipping part?
Senegal.
No. Yeah, but like I said, I don't think they have it. I don't think they have it.
Dang, I think that, bro.
I don't think. Do they have it? I just can do this. But like I said. Like, bro, speed, like, in front of ISO Speed. And what happened with that stuff, right? They gave them the penalty. They even gave it the.
This is what happened behind the scenes at the AFCON today, that
Senegal.
Morocco refused to score the goal. The Moroccans called on Sadio Mane, told him that the penalty was too soft, hence the Senegalese walked out. He should go and call back his teammate. They would.
Yeah, they did that, and Senegal, everybody on that part, since the chipping was so soft, bro, like the chipping by a left-hand gesture. Look, a video circulating shows Sadio Bain signaling to Edouard Mendy that Brahim Diaz would take his penalty down straight down the middle, backed by a left-hand during the right. An entire planning about that bullshit. It's as it was planned, as they were convincing Senegal to do this sort of weird performance on that. So, in order to give the point to Morocco, right? This kind of stuff, they couldn't have it. People couldn't have it. Senegal team decided to leave. They literally decided to leave. Look. Left the pitch after a penalty was given to Morocco. That's the funny part. They gave the penalty. The referee gave the penalty to Morocco. They gave the penalty to Morocco, right? And that's why everybody was walking out, because that shit was unfair. That shit was ungodly unfair on that behalf. And it was performed. It was well rigged. They were trying to rig it. Look at that. Look, action final. Senegal players left the pitch after a penalty was given to Morocco in additional time. They were even given additional time. That's another part. A few minutes returned. Funny part, it was wild because they did the first goal. The referee called it offside on behalf of Morocco. On behalf of Morocco. And they knew, and ever since Brahim Diaz chipped that shit, this first kick, in a planned way, and that's where they're like, yo, fuck this game, and we're getting out, right? All hell broke loose. All hell broke loose. Bro. Because after this shit,
down the middle,
bro, like, after this shit right here, all hell broke loose. As everybody's trying to leave, I showed Speed trying to find out too. Security guards, a lot of other crazy insane shit happened. Security guards, bro, were attacking the fans. The fans were protesting about that penalty given to the team, given to Senegal. They're like, yo, how would you do that? And as they were protesting, they were getting attacked. They were legit getting attacked right here. Right here, they were getting attacked left and right. They sent in the guards like, hey, yo, what the fuck's that penalty, bro? No, hell no, fuck that penalty shit. And this happened. This kind of stuff. A steward. And a steward, bro. All kinds of madness. All kinds of madness happened. Right? And then they returned, and as everybody returned to their stuff, man, bro, like a whole extra time that they had, right? A whole extra time. Right? This whole extra time they had for the second spar, and that mixed penalty, and the rigging, and the referees. Everyone, and they tried to stop them. They tried to stop Morocco. Guess what happened? Boom! That happened. They were doing all that crazy shit on behalf to impress I Show Speed. I Show Speed. That's why they were there. I believe, personally, like I think, reason why they did that was that I Show Speed was there, and they had to impress him. They had to impress the entire nation of Morocco, since they invited I Show Speed to Morocco, and he was touring. He was touring all of Africa. Of course, inevitably, he was going to tour Egypt. He was going to tour Algeria. Besides, having cups and bottles thrown at him. Of course, that. Of course, he was going to, right? And of course, getting called slurs. But at the same time, everyone, including Algeria, was in part of joining Senegal. That was the fun part. And they made that goal. They proved to everyone. Like, Senegal shut off everyone. Everyone around the world was cheering for Senegal to shut the hell up of Morocco. Every coach. Look at the tweets right here. Look. The goal is from training ground. I can't stop watching it. Sadio Mane, Donaghy, the rest of it's history. Yeah. Of all the rigging, of all that, they were trying to make sure all that shit, that all that shit comes to an end. However, it's not only just that, it's the behavior in Morocco was happening. Bro, the goalkeepers, right? Bro, a fucking one of the players would have to hold and defend a towel for Membi, the goalkeeper for Niwabili, I think that's his name, for the game, for him. And this guy right here was trying to make sure that they blocked, make sure they weren't given anything. Like that. Bro, like the fans too. Like, why are you freaking out? Like that kind of shit too. Like he was literally had to move away and give them towels, because most of the Arab players right now were literally tossing the Senegalese players out. That stuff. And not just that, they were even accusing them. Bro. They had to fight everyone. Fans. Literally. Look, Senegal win, fight don't start. Now while Morocco pick a turn to violence. They had to go out. They went at it. Everyone went at it. Right here. Everyone. They had to fight their living lives. This whole win literally triggered Morocco. Like Morocco, bro, it was a battleground. Like it was legitimately a battleground between Morocco and Senegal. Because they was getting harassed. And not only that, here, bro, ball boys were also trying to take out literally Mendy. Mendy stealing Mendy's towel. Yeah, this player, Mendy, that's the guy we're talking about, right? He was literally trying to defend trying to give the towel to his boy, Nwabli, the goalkeeper for Senegal. And ball boys were literally trying to take it out from him. Security guards are taking it out for him. This kind of is wild. Like this shit is literally fucking wild. And look, they had to stop from that. This kind of attitude. I wouldn't doubt that the same way too. Like on first hand, look, if you guys don't know about soccer, about this kind of attitude, this is not. It's always been usual in all countries around the world, including Europe. Don't say all third world countries will act this way, bro. In the United States, we act this way too. So because it's game is ball is life. I am not that kind of person who's into ball games or nothing like that shit. Okay, I am not the kind of person who's into ball games or nothing like that bullshit. That number one. All right, number one. Though people outside of my world and out of my culture, and people like my community and the SC community or the anime community, out of that, who are sports heavy. If you don't know about this, but in Latin America, we had an actual war, an actual bullet blazing war. People died. Literal people died in gunfights for soccer. There was a war in Latin America between Honduras and El Salvador. They went to war for that soccer game. For a game. Yeah. We would have wars just for soccer. That's how passionate we are. I forgot there was a militia in Ukraine who were actually football hooligans, and they armed themselves. They didn't fight with fists or knives. They were using guns. And there was a civil war in fucking Ukraine because they were soccer hooligans. So, let's get back into it. Look at that shit. Look at that. All over, and it's all over on TikTok, right? And all over on TikTok. This happened here, and I mean, there's even more right here between Senegal, right? All this happened, all this chaos. Bro, like, look, Senegal fans protested against the live towel snatching incidents and other decisions on the field will lead to this massive brawl. Yeah, it was reason, and everybody, it was a whole rigged game. The entire area surrounded. It kind of reminded this. I think this was much bigger than the than 2017's match between I don't think anybody remembers this. The match between Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov. That was on UFC. it was a whole trend over there. I can compare it on what between this game and Khabib versus McGregor, because in that match, this sort of chain reaction of chaos wasn't the first. The most one I know recently was back in 2017 when Khabib beating the shit out of Conor just single-handedly. He lost. He got knocked multiple times, and after that, Khabib started a whole chain reaction of chaos by attacking his Conor's jiu-jitsu trainer, and that team lost. So Conor's team, his team and his fans all took mad L's, physical L's to the face by Khabib, his team, and his fans. All happened in one night in Las Vegas. And this kind of shit, like, and this kind of shit was kind of like the chain reaction to that. But this was in the middle of it. And people and the media would say right here too. The media would say, "Oh, that the Senegal fans on that clash, on such clashes and unworthy decisions out there, they got canceled. Like they killed somebody. They killed one of the they killed one of the Swifters. I think they call it like there, right? The Swafters, or whatever they call themselves, right? Oh, they killed one of them. That dude was all right. They would make media. They would literally Moroccan media and people on Twitter would say that shit. Shame on you, bro. Look, Moroccan police have to. Why are they treating them like that? Congratulations for the win, yeah. And you see on Twitter, look. On people on Twitter commenting, indiscipline in its raw from kudos to the Moroccan police champions. Let's correct. Did they treat Algeria fans this way? Because I remember they did the same thing, and the matter was handled differently. For real. Oh my side, what has the man not done? He deprived us. No, yeah, for real. It's a coordinated thing. All over on TikTok, all that stuff. But it did not matter.
À tout le monde de revenir, ça c'est un geste formidable de Sadio Mané.
C'est très très fort.
It did not matter.
Oublions le joueur
Because
pour une seconde. Prenons l'homme en considération.
Right here, they got signing shows true leadership. Yeah, they say they kept it on control. They kept it on control in the end. Their team leader kept it everything control after all that stuff. They didn't mind about that. And he and everyone in the end won. Morocco, you stay mad. Honestly, Morocco stays mad. And they started doing all this kind of crazy shit. In the end. Especially when especially with the fact they killed two Senegalese people and started breaking in stores and destroying stores. But it would be it's a whole chain link reaction to what happened over there. It is a whole chain link reaction, and that on that behalf, man. And a lot of people are calling it out. What's going on here too. Look, most black Africans had to defend themselves from Moroccans. over this game. Over this one. It was just like the Khabib versus McGregor fight in Las Vegas. All of Conor McGregor got his ass beat in the match, and then his teammates got their asses beat in this outside the pitch in the stadium, and then his fans at the same time, bro. That's what happened. That's what happened, and that right there, in the end, all that, right? All of that madness and all that, since I Show Speed was being introduced, and in the name of behalf to try to impress I Show Speed, because they want Speed to keep Speed in the after party, right? The day after they lost, and I Show, right in front of I Show Speed, man.
Yo, bro, it is packed out the balls out here. Bro, what the?
Hey, listen, I said the same thing too. Well, imagine hearing a bus sound like that. Everyone like, what the fuck is going on, yo? Yo, Africa turned. Africa hella turned. That's what happens. I Shall Speed winding up in Senegal himself. So, and inevitably he was gonna get toured in Senegal. It was the funniest part. So all of Morocco took L's and all that stuff, man. But hey, yo, it's a wild ride on that one. It is a wild ride on that one, bro. Blessing out. Man, oh my God. Okay, so there you have it on this whole stream that I never really talked fully about that. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that I didn't talk fully about that, because I was very fixated on the artwork here. I was too fixated on this whole thing on the drawing I was supposed to do, because I was trying to hurry up and catch up on the trend, because I get lazy here. You have to understand, like I've eaten a lot of shit here. Like I'll be eating a lot of shit in this bedroom that I should be already be taking too much time already about this bullshit, but I never do it. That's the problem about me. So I hope you got that. So that's right now, since I have more free time after what's happened to me right now. I wasn't really dreamed of staying there, because I wanted to be there because I needed to keep my life on check. I wanted to keep myself alive, have my salary in check, and all that good stuff. That's why I've been saving a lot of money, even though we're in a time right now that is difficult. It's pretty difficult, pretty much. I'm just gonna be real with you. It's gonna be pretty difficult. Yeah, man, everything's off the charts of what's doing up and shit. But at the same time, hey, one door closes, another one opens. You have to stay very optimistic when these kinds of situations. I do feel a bit shitty on that behalf. I did kind of feel like that, because with my performance over there, they were covering their asses. They were just trying to cover their asses. That's why. I never made an argument. I wanted to argue. I wanted to stand up for myself. I really did. I really did want to stand up for myself. But at the same time, I didn't want to ruin my reputation. I know I'm not the brightest. But I do not like to be looked as this clueless ass person, because since I know what I'm doing. That's one. But I never say that. You never say that in your job. That would be a bad reputation. But in the end, it is what it is at that point on. Right? Well, I hope you guys like this stream. Right now, yeah, it's already 4 minutes past. You know the tradition. I'm Element Reptile. I stream from Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I stream those 3 days. But you know what? Perhaps I can stream tomorrow too if I can. Tomorrow, because Friday I'm going out. I'm getting out of here. I'm going out to a place and have spend some time. Well, I'm gonna be like basically be like the Uber driver for my parents. My parents wanted to visit to a old city, St. Augustine. This is the first oldest city in America, and no, I want to be their taxi cab. I want to be their taxi cab, basically. I want to be the one driving there and driving them all around and giving them the tours and all that kind of good stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed this stream, bro. Like, subscribe to my channel. I hope also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. We see each other. Ya bless, BB.